Chapter 4. That I wish these had titles. It'd be a little bit easier to tell what's going on, but regardless, you got 2 seconds left.
What?
It's a nuclear warhead is approaching.
Because this dude doesn't realize he's gonna get stabbed in the back like 30. Like, Ike, come on, man. I really don't know how.
And everything, and you did nothing.
How you've been stabbed 4 times today? Not 4 times, at least 3 times today. Just stop. Like, seriously, just wake up, stand with your back to a wall, and just pray. I don't know.
Or just bring out your frying pan or something.
Yeah, we had
Frying
that,
pan.
didn't we? Or was that
Frying
considered a different timeline?
Wait a minute.
What?
That.
How long have I had that in there?
Who's that
Yeah,
mysterious masked man?
That was the same man who was doing the juggling. But since we have that black and white, since we have that black and white photo, we now know that we can actually. Oh, let's take that.
Sweet.
So since we got that black and white photo, that now means that we can now transport to that time and place. So let's give that a look. Not Margaret, young Mr. Eckert, and 100 years ago.
100
okay,
years.
But like, what the
So
fuck
now the
do we do
1800s.
now?
We go to the 1800s.
Surely the killer won't find me there.
He'll never suspect me in World War One.
They'll never find me in Alabama. No one will look for Ike Kush in Alabama. Anyway, we're going to go ahead back into the black and white time period. So...
Man, when we're the only thing in color here, it's gotta be real weird for the locals.
Yeah.
Let me also say right now
Even
that...
the music's weird enough to reflect that notion.
Let me also say that 100%ing this game sucks because you have to basically die in every single way and see all the different paths and endings. It's pointless.
Yes?
Was it like a theater collection of all of Ike's deaths?
I would love that, like with freaking America's Funniest Home Videos playing over the background.
Or just the homunculus with like a bucket of popcorn?
Also, hello, Mr. Eckert with a fake beard. Or not fake beard, mustache.
You can tell me the truth. You can tell me it's just a piece of sausage, which is just glued to your upper lip.
You
It's
say,
in black and white,
You
so
don't
you
have
can
to
tell.
be so self-conscious about it, Mr. Eckert.
You say sausage. It looks more like some sort of uncooked dough.
You're right, it's too large for just the
It's a croissant I'm saving for later. I admit it.
Or it's just too.
It's also it
Mueller
also has a
stuck up his
slight
nose.
transparent filter to it.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean that as sarcasm. Don't
So
be-
apparently,
Actually, I'm grateful. for
this
your advice.
before it was a museum, it actually used to be an ancestral house.
To tell you
Ooh.
the truth, I'd been
So I guess color wasn't invented until the year 1979 at the least.
Yeah, and I'd say it was probably World War II that drained even the sepia tones of their earthy tones and just left the world black
Logan,
and
this
white.
is like 30 plus years before World War II.
Holy crap! It's the 1800s. That's right. Okay, the
No,
revolution.
it actually is it the 1800s?
Yeah, because it's 100 years or no, I mean early 1900.
But this is definitely before World War II.
my forebears.
I would like to play my get out of this joke free card.
Carl Franson?
Is it
I
even
don't
your
know
turn
enough.
yet?
How did you
Damn
know
it!
that?
I think it's Icky's turn still.
So what are we doing here again?
And we're talking to this man
Checking into this house?
because we had that photo that showed that juggler dude.
Yeah.
Whoa, easy does it there, sir. I was just browsing around.
Hang up! It just stacks you right in the face.
I'm not
Fall
ready for
flat.
that kind of commitmentship.
Well, all right then. I've made up my mind anyway. I'll
He'll
You'll
what?
do what?
turn a part of this building into a private museum and open the collection of paintings to the public.
Okay, but how does
That way I
that
can take care of
help?
the children while I work.
I guess we're just trying to. Oh, cool, Carl Franson. I guess it's just us explaining now why there's a museum because we're doing the whole freaking Terminator 2 thing where we're the ones who led to the museum being made in the first place. And oh,
By the way,
sir,
allow me to introduce myself.
Do we?
Somewhat
Is that
late
even
today.
necessary?
My name is Alfred Brown.
Alfred Brum.
I mean,
Nice to meet you. I'm
as the old saying goes, everything happens for a reason.
You, Ike.
No fate.
Come inside. We'll have tea or something.
What if he just misheard fate as foot, and that's why Kush keeps dying?
What? There's trouble afoot. There's trouble of fate. I know it. Oh,
Oh, right, the baby.
The baby.
the baby.
He's just gone to sleep, finally.
Okay, Lisa.
Okay, Madame
I'll just
Come
leave.
out by yourself, Sybil.
Sibylla,
Will you make tea for our guest?
If I must.
if I must.
I must.
So,
Yes.
So unfortunately, Hype gets to miss out on some wonderful little movie dialogue because we're about to have a lot of dialogue.
I mean, this entire thing is literally just an elaborate movie made into a video game.
Welcome to the Order 1886. Before that game was a thing.
The Order 1865. Then.
Always good enough for me.
Did you ever see that game, Mickey?
No.
Okay.
All I know is that's Quick Times and Werewolves.
Yeah, pretty much. It had some neat concepts, like it was trying to work in vampires and werewolves. It had this neat idea of like either the church or just the Knights of the Round Table, and they all had these vials that basically it was like holy water that would basically allow them to come back from the dead even upon being killed.
Oh, so zombie technology.
Yeah, basically religious zombie technology. But
I thought reincarnation was blasphemous in the eyes of the church.
Real talk, I love how, like, this dude, they've barely met.
We just
and
showed
already,
up!
They've barely met, and he's already so eager to let him be a part of the photograph.
He just
Why
brings
not,
them into his
sir?
house.
We just have nothing else better to do. I miss the time period when you could just invite neighbors into your house and there's not a single thing worrisome about it. Nowadays, unless you're a DoorDash, you get the hell out.
You drop off the food, you wash your hands, you take a picture of the food to
wash your
make sure
hands.
that the guy knows that the food's there. You wash your hands, and then you get the fuck out.
And hope you get a tip.
Do we actually have is there a streaming service that has Rocko's Modern Life on it?
If there was, it would probably have to be either Paramount or
That boomerang thing?
HBO Max?
no, it'd have to be Paramount because I can't think of
Oh,
any.
because they own Nick,
Wait,
right?
isn't Static Cling on Netflix, though?
What?
Static
Static-
Cling.
Oh, Static. Oh,
the
right, the
special.
movie. I believe it is.
I'm awfully glad that the house
Then wouldn't that mean that the series is on Netflix?
It could
Unless
be.
they want you to just blatantly double dip for, like...
Again, this
the
was like
cartoon
before.
and the movie.
In all fairness, this was like before Paramount Plus was even considered. So
Yeah.
take that for what
I'll
you
look
will.
it up.
I'll mend it for you.
So she's gonna mend my jacket.
How
Okay, it is
nice.
it is on Paramount Plus, James.
Okay.
Worry.
Unfortunately, her
Whoa.
knitting
Can I at
Whoa,
least have my-
jeez,
can I at
lady!
least have
my-
Oh, not the
Can I at least have my
Think-
tea first? Jeez.
think of the tea. Okay, this is nice and quirky, but
We're in the festival soon.
Festival.
what festival? Oh, that
The
thing draped over the
Festival
chair
of
like
Fools?
a ghostly sheet.
I sewed that too. So don't be shy.
Why is she cross-eyed?
Welcome to modern mocap and don't.
She's a product of its time, and look at that.
Product of
Oh,
her
jeez.
time.
Oh, he sneezed.
Cold? If you want
Don't sneeze on the girl, Ike. You don't do that.
And thus the
So-
Spanish plague began.
And as people may or may not be noticing, when we wear the outfit while she mends our jacket,
they're almost done.
Ike, being the goofball he is, decided to not just wear the outfit, but also wear the mask. And hang on.
Lo and behold.
I'm a ghost!
You can't see me unless I see you first. And this is ridiculous.
It really is.
Anyway, let's take a photo.
All right. Hold still, please.
So let
One
me
of
get
these
this
things
straight.
is not like the other. And thus, we were the man in that photograph.
We were the
Thank you
mysterious
very
juggler
much.
all along.
Sorry I dragged you out of bed.
Thank you to you too. You can change back now.
I
I
don't
want
wanna.
to keep this.
Or-
I don't. I
This
want
is who I
to.
am now. You can't tell
Or
me what to do. You're not my mom.
I was about to say, or should we?
That's
Mm.
right. I should.
He's just now the brain. You actually hear audibly the of that one gear in his head. No, I like what Icky was saying better. He just takes off the mask. This is who I am.
No. There's not even anything under the mask.
Oh, jeez.
He just assumes the role of the masked juggler for the rest of his days.
What
Oh.
the?
Frying
Oh.
pan.
I forgot about that.
Carry frying pans around with you?
You
What
don't?
a weirdo.
We
Wait,
live in- we live in-
doesn't everyone carry frying pans?
We live in what would you do, Icky, if someone was just if someone in your ordinary life just accidentally reached down and a frying pan fell out and you said, "What is that doing there?" And they just looked at you and they just said, "We live in dangerous times," and then they just walked away and that was the last you heard.
Then I chase after them because, as it turns out, I was the murderer all along.
You shouldn't be late.
And because
Man.
he's dropped his guard, it's the prime opportunity to end him.
Also, man, kids even back then were super crafty. She found out my
I should
secret.
go back to the present from here, where other people can't see me.
So we
For a
don't want
second,
to
I
leave
thought you said something
outside.
about a prison.
So let me get an energy unit. We don't want to leave outside because they're all waiting for us. So we're just gonna very quickly jump back to the present.
I'm sure they won't miss me.
I just realized something, and
What?
I mean this in the nicest way possible. Like, I'm not even trying to be offensive or anything, I'm just trying to be
Yeah, I
silly
know.
here. But, is Hype our Dana?
You know what?
We left him
He may as well be.
We will figure out what happened to Dana, and we will figure out what happened to Hype.
But most importantly, we'll figure out what happened to Dana. I mean, Ike.
Yes.
I mean,
And Ike.
Hype!
Okay, so right away, I technically could have done this right away, but I wanted to see all that story stuff, so... Oh! You got me!
Oh, jeez.
It's a good thing I had this digipad on me to block the blow.
I mean, what a blow, huh?
So fortunately, the killer did not double tap, nor even stick around to see if it happened, so the frying pan took the blow from behind. Now, you would think at this point I could just say, I should keep this frying pan on me at all frickin' times.
I should go home now.
Yeah, at this point I would have been like, yeah, I think it's just, I think I've had a day. I'm gonna call it photo.
The photo.
The photo.
The juggler.
So that explains everything.
But this guy, he looks exactly like the street performer that gave me the letter.
So wait, he doesn't even get it?
Welcome to the reason why Homunculus is even in this plot to begin with, is because Ike doesn't ever piece
He's
things
too
together on his own.
stupid to the point where he can't even figure it out.
So basically, we're about to create a really, we're about to create a time loop.
This
We
feels
need
very
to,
hack-made.
By ordering me
and the
to
best
fry
part is that
pan
closing the
before
time loop is actually optional, Icky. We don't actually, we could become the juggler to give ourselves back that message,
Or we could just
but
die young.
and nothing
or you
about
could just leave it
writing
as that,
an
and
egg
like you don't have to actually worry about that, which I find a bit lazy. Like, you'd think if they introduced the concept of you need to tell yourself to get this thing to not die, so you can tell yourself to. You think they would at least try to adhere to that, but I'm pretty sure at this point even Konami was like, who cares?
We're
So
putting
the
all of our
juggler
budget.
just instantly evaporates in front of a fucking crowd.
Yeah.
And they don't even bat an eye. Well, then again, the juggler wouldn't even happen at that point, so...
Don't think too hard on it.
I'm thinking too hard about it.
Travel back in time, you shouldn't have any memories other than those of receiving a letter from a mystery man.
And
From a
basically
mystery man, i.e. you.
And basically what's happening here is
recap
what's
of
happening
events.
here. So what's happening here, James, is that Homunculus is explaining away, since it was optional to give myself the egg, thus explaining how I would have known to get the frying pan in the first place. Since that was optional, Homunculus has a separate cutscene here where he tries his best to explain away the logic of not needing to close that time
to
loop.
the me that wrote the letter in that egg.
So, technically speaking, the juggler still exists, it's just not this Ike.
Correct. Different timeline, infinite number of possible outcomes. Just say timey-wimey stuff. And he's even going to give us an analogy of a tea analogy here. Why not?
So, at this point, we can just go home and forget about the rest of the game.
Yeah, how about we just leave and watch Infinite Ikes? Here you go, Icky. Here's the best thing we got is Infinite Ikes.
Oh my god, it's happening?
I actually would. There they are. More Ikes.
They're
Oh, wondering
everywhere!
what to
Soon
do
they will
with the
become the
tea.
town itself.
And from this day forward, we shall know this year as the beginning of the Kush
The year
invasion.
of the Kush.
Ike who chose
See,
coffee.
Growing in number.
Ike who
oh
chose
my gosh, powerful by the day. They'll kill us all. And that's why they want to
With
do a divide.
stupidity!
And then at least the total genocide of Kush.
So did we just beat the game or what?
wow.
No, I'm just basically like Ike there. Jesus.
That's it?
That's it. Chapter 4 complete.
You'll figure
got
out
a
the
ways
rest,
to go.
Brainiac.
Oh my god. So, anyway, Icky, you know what? It's 8:30. I say we have that dinner we were talking about.
Oh boy,
Okay.
what's on the menu?
Death.
First, I cast
That's
a-
what's on.
8:30 already. I could use a little food.
You know, we could go back to the guy, that egg maniac earlier, considering he owns an entire cafe.
Go to that
He
place
owns
Yeah.
eggs.
Oh,
We
look,
can
it's the
just-
Muscle Man.
Muscle Man.
No, it's Muscle.
That's
Grandma?
quite a saunter you got there.
Hey there, Muscle Grandpa.
Art museum or library? I heard it was a tough decision.
Why is that?
That was almost 100 years
God,
ago.
sir, you
What
need
does
to put
that
some
have to
ice
do
around
with
your eyes.
anything?
So what's happening there is that in whatever
That was-
chapter you're in,
That was kind of scary though. Like you just kept panting when you were watching.
Maybe
Yeah.
that was the guy that was panting right in our ear earlier.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable.
but yeah, so in whatever chapter you're in, the NPCs you can talk to get hints on what to do. But anyway, it's time to have our free dinner on the house.
Hooray!
Hoorah!
Everything. Meat's good. Vegetables are good.
I mean, that seems a little too vague, but
Also, why did Ike ask that? You live here, Ike.
Meat's good, vegetables good. Oh no, Ike's going to
And,
end up
and,
with
and, in case, and
paraplegic.
before anyone asks, Ike has to live here. This whole place is walled in, like with stone walls.
There's no way in or out.
I mean, let's read up about that Wagner fella.
Maybe this is just some wacky experiment that they tested on like a handful of people.
Two great projects. One is the synthesis of the elixir.
I would have totally have imagined Ike Kush here literally reading all this shit out loud, and the family right next to him are like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
Can we
Don't
get a
make eye
table by the
contact,
window?
dear.
That man is disturbing us.
Don't make eye contact, dear. He'll soon leave. And the creation of a homunculus, an
No,
artificial
shh.
life.
Don't worry, he's gonna die in like 5 minutes.
A
You'll be
red
fine.
stone. Oh, we got the Philosopher's Stone on us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's right. Dana's been trapped in the past for over 12 hours now.
Alright, we
Maybe
gotta
should've
save
done
Ike.
something.
Come to think of it, this translation is incorrect. It should be called the Sorcerer's Stone.
No, it's Philosopher's Stone.
Rowling had it right all along. He just stands up saying this out loud. I was like, what?
Who's
And then
Rowling?
everybody just shoots him at the lair. It's like,
Honestly,
"Excuse you?"
sounds like a pretentious name to me.
Them's fighting words. One guy like stabs a knife into the table. Like, whoa.
We don't talk about that no more.
Oh, look,
let's-
he's using a frying pan. He said earlier he never uses that frying pan. I call bull. But regardless, he's taking the food up.
I'm pretty sure we're down there.
Person walks
Okay,
by.
so we know that the murderer is wearing colorful slippers and jean shorts.
Alchemist himself was
And then... So Wagner apparently went missing a long time ago, and then suddenly...
Oh, so
as
she's
he
the
takes a sec to
murderer.
walk- Nope. Someone reaches behind
Oh.
through the banister when he wasn't looking, and no one was looking apparently, because it's right there in the freaking entryway to the restaurant.
Oh boy, powdered sugar, my favorite.
It better be well salted.
Ratatouille with powdered sugar.
Oh,
Part
so-
of a balanced dinner.
We have our delicious dinner of absolutely zero.
Hello, Ike. How are things going?
Yo,
Have you found anything out?
I'm here to collect, nerd.
That's an interesting book you have there.
it talks about artificial life. Could I get your autograph, perhaps?
Wanna look at it?
Oh,
And he just steals the book away, and his arm falls off because he's too weak.
The symbol on the cover.
Well,
doesn't like the
darn.
symbol.
This? You don't like this pentagram kind of thing?
It frightens me.
It's a
It's a book.
A
pentagon.
little strange.
As if anything else about me isn't.
I know the book.
That's not even the half of it, Paisano.
Dr. Wagner, who is mentioned in the book, had a daughter, and she's a very significant figure to you.
How?
Really?
What? Like she's one of my ancestors?
About that.
But you see,
She's your future
Richard
wife
was drawn
in the
to that
past.
What?
because
Wait, but how can she be a future wife if she's in the past? And my past is my
Dun,
future
dun,
wife.
dun.
I'm looking for it too.
So he's trying to find this red stone.
That you are the one who is
By the way, is it just me or am I starting to feel a little funny?
getting your hands on it. Yes,
Well,
towards
I
you.
think that chorizo had a little bit of extra kick to it.
Remember that, Ike.
Oh, you gotta stop doing that.
Hey, I need more.
So as it turns out,
Gone again. This is a really one-sided kind of relationship.
I'm sorry, you need more
He
commitment.
didn't
You
even
need
take
more.
me out to dinner. I had to go get him myself.
What's the connection?
All I'm asking is just for a little bit of. Oh, there's the thing hitting my lower intestine. Here comes the bomb.
Oh, jeez. What was in that food I had earlier?
It only had 1 star on Yelp, Ike.
But Yelp wasn't even a thing yet.
Not in your
Well, now.
future.
Why do you think everyone wants you dead? Yelp review spamming will be a thing of the past. Anyway, so I don't know where else we're going with this. Stay tuned. We're gonna help. We're gonna bring hype back. We got to figure out how to stop a poisoning in it.
And how.